Hello, in this video we're going to be going over how we can actually customize our columns and how we should be reading our columns. And also I'm going to go over like how just my thoughts on each KPI as well and like what we're actually looking at. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So obviously, of course, we're here in the ads manager. Okay, and here's our column section right here. I'm going to go in to how to actually customize them. But this is how I like to customize them and just a little bit more about my naming convention as well. All right. So as you can see here inside of this ad account, how I like to name my ad sets are going to be by the actual creative batch that they're in. So, and also the date. So it's the date launch, the creative batch, the targeting, the age, the gender, and also the placements. So same thing here. This creative batch is actually this is actually like I'm trying to scale the best creatives right now. So we'll go in and look at that as well. And then also sometimes after I put the placements, so in here I'm actually using auto placements. Sometimes after the placements, I'll actually put the landing page as well if we're testing out different landing pages. All right. So of course I'm looking at delivery. You do not have to worry if your delivery says learning limited. It's just really based off of your budget. But let's go into actually analyzing these creatives, okay? So I set my columns up. Yeah, I like to look at reach. I like to look at impressions and link clicks for sure. But here's the main metrics that I like to look at. And I look at everything from like left to right, of course. But if we look at where it's budget and amount spent, and then it goes into add to carts, right? Everything to the left of add to carts is really like the ad level, okay? So everything to the left of add to carts tells me how well or not well my ad is performing, okay? So we have the cost per unique link click, okay, where I'm measuring, and then obviously there's creatives inside of this cost, inside of these ad sets, which we'll dive into. So I look at the cost per unique link click per ad set, and I try to get under $2.50. Anything under $2.50 is awesome. And then I go on and look at CPM. I don't always. I mainly take CPM with a grain of salt. The CPM tells me how well my targeting is. That's how I look at my CPM. So if I have a really high CPM and I have a great hook rate and everything, but my CPM is super high, then it's most likely that my targeting or my marketing angle is off. And typically speaking, like when my CPM is high, my cost per click is typically high as well. All right. So I look at cost per click, CPM, and then I go right into the hook rate. And when it comes to videos, this ad account that we're looking at, this is more image based, so that's why our hook rates are really low. But when I'm looking at videos, we want our hook rate to be at least 30%, okay? Assuming that our cost per click and CPM are good. But like right now, in one ad account that I'm managing, we have a hook rate of 75%. So that means 75% of people are stopping their scroll to watch the first 3 seconds of the video. Okay, so that is a huge, that's a huge number. Okay, and the CPM is awesome. The cost per click is awesome. The ad creative is an evergreen winner. We've been running it for like 2 years. It's that good. All right, so the hook rate, we want that to be at least 30%, but more the merrier. And same thing with hold rate. Well, similar with hold rate. Hold rate, we want the hold rate to be at least 10%. Okay, so again, these are all images that we're actually testing in here. These are not, so they're all static images. They're not videos. So that's why the hold rates are super low. And then I go on and measure the click-through rate. Okay, and the click-through rate, we want this to be at least 1.5%. All right, so we can see here, this is like not a good one, less than 1% click-through rate. Okay, so anyway, then we have our budget and we have the amount spent. Then we have some other things that I like to look at. So everything that we talked about so far is the creative. And then we have the actual landing page. So we have add to carts, and then we have purchases, cost per result, return on ad spend, average order value, which you would have to create by yourself. But we can see here that the AOV is purchase conversion value divided by purchases. Conversion rate is purchases divided by link clicks. Add to cart percentage is add to carts divided by link clicks. And then we go on and measure the purchase conversion value. So how much dollars did this ad set generate us? And then I start to look at the 3-second video views through plays, 25%, right? So I don't always look at this a lot, but I do look at it a little bit at least. But remember most of these are all statics in here. So there's one video inside of this ad set. So yeah, so this is exactly how I like to look at it. I look at the add to carts, checkouts, purchases, cost per result. All right, and then obviously return on ad spend is super important here. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into how we actually create our columns. So when you're in the ads manager, make sure you're in the ads manager. All right, and I'm in the ad set level. So if you want to get to the campaign level, you just go ahead and select campaigns. But regardless, you can set up your columns whether you're in the campaign level, or if you're in the ad set level, or if you're in the ads level. All right, what you're going to do here is you're going to go to columns. Okay, I just have my name, GH. But you're going to go to columns, and then you're going to click customize columns. All right. And if I were you, I would pause and unpause this section of the video so that you can see my columns on the right side here, okay? So you're going to have like the default columns here, but you want to make sure that your columns are set up like this. All right, so delivery, actions, ad set name, attribution setting, okay, reach, impressions, unique link clicks. So reach and impressions are all standard. I don't really judge creatives by like how much they've reached or impressions they've gotten. I look at reach and impressions when I'm testing a creative and I give it enough sample size. So when I'm actually testing a creative, I want that creative to reach like between 2,000 and 5,000 people so that I can actually get a good sample size. And so that I know like that's the type of sample size that I'm looking for. I don't want to judge creative off of 500 people. So we can get some early signals off of 500 people, but I really want the reach to be between 2,000 and 5,000 people. And that's when I like to judge creatives. So that's when I'll get like a true hook rate, or I'll get a true cost per click, or a true CPM or whatnot. All right. So that's why I keep reach and impressions in there. And I like to keep it in order. Link clicks, cost per link click, CPM. Then we have the hook, the hold, the unique CTR, budget, amount spent, add to cart, checkouts, purchases, cost per result, return on ad spend, AOV. Notice for return on ad spend, these are unchecked. So you want to uncheck your boxes here. And we have AOV, conversion rate, add to cart percentage, purchase conversion value. Notice for purchase conversion value, we have these unselected as well. And then we have everything for the ad creative. 3-second video views all the way to 100. And I go in order. So 3-second, 15, 25, 50. Okay. Average video, average playtime, quality, engagement, and conversion rate ranking are super important. And then the last thing that I want to touch on, which a question you might already be thinking in your head is, I can't find add to cart percentage or conversion rate or AOV. I can't find, or like my ads manager is broken. I don't have hook rate or hold rate. That's because these are custom metrics that you actually need to create. So after you click selected customized columns, you actually you have to click create a custom metric. All right. So for your hook rate is 3-second video views divided by impressions. So, and how you would actually create that metric is you would click create custom metric, and then you have to actually put in the formula here. Okay. So it's, we could just type it in. We do 3-second video plays and then divided by, and then we type in impressions. All right. So 3-second video plays divided by impressions. we want that to be a percentage, and then we name it hook rate. It could also be, I've also seen it, people name it thumb stop. Okay, so you can name it whatever you want, and then you can also select who can access this, and you could do like everyone with access or only you, depends on what you want to do. All right, so that would be like hook rate. Hold rate would be 15-second video views, which are actually through plays and whatnot. All right, so yeah, that's how you can actually set up and create your columns. Okay, so super important that you do that. And this is how you analyze data, all right, inside of your ad account. And then you can start to make decisions on where you need help, okay? So it's not going to be perfect the first time you launch creatives. And it's quite honestly never really going to be perfect. You just want to continue optimizing performance. So you need to understand how you can actually optimize performance, all right? And there's many different ways you can optimize performance, but you first want to say, like, if like your cost per click, your CPM, your hook, your hold, and your click-through rate are all performing great, but your add to carts and your purchases and your conversion rate are all low, then it's most likely a landing page or offer issue, and you need to put your focus on the landing page or offer. If you're getting a lot of add to carts and you have a high conversion rate, and you're getting purchases, but your cost per click is $5, $6, $8, $10, then, and your CPM is high, then it's probably you just need to make better creative. All right. So I really hope that this video helps start analyzing your creatives 10 times faster and 10 times better by understanding how to set up your columns. I speak to so many founders and quite honestly, marketing managers that don't know that they can set up their columns. It blows my mind. So, and start integrating this today and increase your productivity. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to hearing your results. Bye-bye.